Hi, guys. I'm going to do a collective message. This is a timeless message, and it is a collective message for Libra, Sagittarius, and Cancer. I do read for Cancer on this channel sometimes, so I will include them in this. Trigger warning, this is a hellfire and brimstone message. This is a reading that I did not intend to do, but I was putting my decks away and thinking about my collective and all the positive changes that many of you have made. And then Spirit was telling me some of them are really going through some tough times still. And I said, "Oh, really?" And I was putting the deck away, and some cards flipped out that made me kind of go, "Oh, shit." And then I worked out from there, and the message I got was pretty rough. And I put a message like this out a month or so ago, and I had turned comments off because I was afraid of getting a lot of triggered emotional backlash. And I ended up getting an outpouring of personal messages in my email of gratitude. So I'll leave comments on as long as they can be kept constructive. This is a general reading. Not all of you are having a difficult time releasing something from your past or releasing an old pattern. If you feel like you have retrieved your soul, if you feel like you're on a good path, if you feel like you are letting go of your path, that you are co creating with spirit and your own soul and living a really wonderful, positive life, then this message is not for you and it's not going to apply to you. But I do have many people come to tarot because they are really kind of addicted to tarot and they're codependent on tarot. And it's a way to do what we like to call in our community psychic stalking, where there's a psychic stalker and they can't stop watching, they can't stop cross watching. They pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars a year to get tarot readings, and they just keep going from reader to reader just to get the message they want. And it usually indicates a huge level of codependency. And for those of you that are experiencing that, don't be ashamed or afraid to admit to that, and don't be afraid to get help. I've been there. I'll try to put out a video where I just talk to you personally, face to face, about my own journeys with depression and codependency, and how that all stemmed from being raised by a narcissistic parent and how it played out in my adult relationships. I've certainly been, when I dropped all these cards, I went, I've been here. It's been a while, but I've been here. So I pass no judgment. And I don't mean to frighten anyone, but it's kind of Justice Day and Judgment Day for some of you. And some of you really do need to release from the past, or you absolutely are going to get karmic justice. Like, you will be punished for refusing to get help in some way. And God is not going to punish you. You're going to punish yourself. You'll waste years of your life. So, this is collective and it is meant for whomever needs to hear it. So, like I said, I started with tarot, and then it started here and it blossomed, and I went, oh shit, some of them really need to hear this. So the Wheel of Fortune came out in reverse from my deck. And I was like, okay, all my cards are in the upright. I got my deck ready. I could feel that it was ready. I added just a few reversals. And what clarified this was the Tower and Justice. Let me tell you what this card combination means. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse is where we resist change, that we restrict ourselves, that we play out old patterns, that we don't get off the karmic wheel, where we can't tolerate the ups and downs and we just stay stuck and we fight expansion. And I was like, okay, we all go through moments where things are out of our control and we do have a hard time with expansion, and breaking cycles is difficult. And I was like, maybe some of them are just really working to break a cycle, because the Wheel of Fortune in reverse can be breaking patterns and getting off the wheel. I was like, maybe some of them are getting off a wheel. Maybe this is positive. I clarified it with the Tower and Justice, and I was like, oh shit. So what's going to happen here if you can't break some cycles of toxic codependency in your life is you're going to get a Tower moment that will bring justice. This is the wheel and justice together are karmic justice. Like justice is going to be served one way or the other. You will get balance one way or the other. And the way you'll get it is you'll get a tower moment where everything will blow apart and you'll be forced to rebuild. The question is, will you rebuild in a way that will bring balance and truth and order and fairness into your life, where you can really put that blindfold on and weigh your heart and your mind? Because there's a heart and your brain, and there's that sort of discernment where you really know the truth and you can really weigh the cause and effect, and you can see a tower coming a mile away and you can avoid it. Some of you are really playing out cycles that the universe is about to absolutely give you a tower for, and in order to bring balance. So you can either be the tower yourself and bring your own justice into it and break a cycle, or this will happen through cause and effect. Karma is a word. Karma simply means what happens if you do this. The law of cause and effect is a physical law. It is a law of physics. It's not woo. It's not magic. It's science. And it's played out here in the 3D. But the 5D will help you play it out. And this is what's going to happen if some of you can't break some cycles. So, but even with this, I was like, maybe they are breaking cycles and tearing down and rebuilding, and now justice is being served. But when I worked my way out, I was like, no, this is justice being served upon them. It might be served upon your person, but they don't look like they're getting their karmic justice being served. It looks like you're going to get this tower. And again, I don't mean to scare anybody, but if you continue to play out some of these patterns, you will absolutely fuck up your own life. Trust me, I know what that looks like. I spent years getting to where I am now, and I am by no means perfect. I have my imbalances too. You know, everybody does, but as a messenger, it's my job to push you and help you grow, because all I want to do is help you retrieve your soul and save yourself from codependency. So I was like, okay, well, what's the reason for this? Why is this all happening? The Page of Swords in reverse to the Three of Swords. So you're in a situation where someone is all talk, no action, or there's been very hasty action and haphazard action all over the place. Someone's been all talk, no action. The Page of Swords in reverse is block, unblock, block, unblock, on again, off again. Nobody's really thirsty for the facts. No one has any new ideas and new ways to communicate. The Page of Swords in reverse is a shit talker too. So communication has sucked or has been non-existent between you and another person, and this is heartbreaking. And this isn't something you're getting over. It's something you're stuck in. And I was like, shit, okay, this does not look good. And before I dropped more tarot, I put the deck down and I went to my Mystical Shaman Oracle deck, which never fails me. I strongly recommend this deck. If you can ever only afford one Oracle deck in your whole life, I recommend the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed and Marcela Lobos and Alberto Villadoldo. It does it all. And the cards that came out for you and your person and what's between the two of you, I was like, yeah, this isn't getting any better. So the energy between the two of you is the ghost dance, and it's in reverse. The ghost dance is something from the past that haunts us, and it's a familiarity. In the reverse, the message of it is this is a ghost that keeps haunting you, that keeps coming back, that you won't let die. You absolutely need to retrieve your soul. You need to go through this transformation and this metamorphosis. Do not expect your soul to be instantly retrieved. If you can break a cycle with a person, you will experience a feeling of soul retrieval, but you will have to spend time in this chrysalis. You will have to go through a major transformation. Give yourself time. But the first thing you need to do is stop doing this ghost dance and take back your own soul, your own immortal soul, which is living here in this vessel in your body, is at stake. What my collective is doing. completion. So a cycle has been completed. Beloved in reverse. Jaguar came out, fell out after Beloved flew out of the deck in reverse. This is about a cycle being complete. This is about being in a relationship that you think is based on love that is not. And Jaguar spirit in reverse is about ignoring your own instincts. The jaguar is at the top of the food chain. It is a predator animal. It has very keen senses because it hunts at night. So it has to have good eyesight. All of its senses are heightened. It has full power and full mastery of its senses and will not allow anything or anyone else to get the better of it. Jaguars are also excellent parents. These messages are so important that I feel the need to read them to you because they're very powerful. Completion says, this is the invitation. You're being invited to this completion. You have finished a cycle. There is no more growth or benefit from hanging on to the old. In regards to relationships, it's time to honor what has been and find a new form for the future. In your ventures, it is time to reap your harvest. Completion is a time for celebration. It is the end of summer when the fruit is ripe. So completion does suggest a fullness of the moment and to need to transform out of an old form and into a new one, just like soul retrieval. So, like it says, there's no more growth or benefit from hanging on to the old. It's complete. It's all done. It's time for you to move into a new cycle. But beloved in reverse is where our heart chakra is out of balance. Be careful with romantic love, the kind you fall in and out of. Own all the projections you have placed upon the person you are dreaming of, not involved with, dreaming of. When this card comes in reverse, you're just dreaming of a person. Remember that they are only mirroring back your own deep longings rather than revealing their true selves. So no one's revealing their true selves in this relationship. You're just mirroring each other's codependency issues. If you fail to notice this, be prepared to walk through the fire of strong emotions once again, which you don't want to do because this cycle has already been complete. And what it's doing is it's dulling your senses. It's removing your ability to listen to your intuition. You're falling out of the energy of an animal that's meant to be at the top of the food chain, and you're lowering your vibration because you won't let go, reliving the past. And your guides and spirit are begging you to retrieve your soul. Your person is showing me the Time Master in reverse, which is an interesting and creepy energy, and the Luminous Warrior in reverse. The Time Master is about someone who manipulates time, who will not allow things to unfold naturally, who feels the need to work in a time frame to their own benefit. And the Time Master, this is like Kronos and Koros, and it's someone who works against the natural order of things just to get what they want. So they are very manipulative. And they might not be letting you go either. But they're also the Luminous Warrior in reverse. The Luminous Warrior is a true blue friend, a true warrior that will go to battle and withstand tough times with those that they love. The Luminous Warrior in reverse is basically a pussy and an asshole that will not stick up for themselves or you. They cower in the face of a fight. They cower when they're meant to be strong. They will not be strong in this situation at all. And the communication's really bad. And it's just heartbreaking, which sucks. The energy that you're in. And again, if you're not going through this, I'm thrilled for you. Say a prayer for those that are, because otherwise you're going to get your tower and you will get your justice. 8 of Cups in reverse to the Devil. This is codependency. I am in a constant state of emotional indecision. I cannot walk away because I'm afraid of what's over that cliff. I'm afraid of walking away and having nothing to walk away to. When the 8 of Cups comes in reverse, it means a lack of maturity, a lack of emotional, spiritual growth, and abandonment issues being played out, We can't walk away because we have nothing to walk away to. We want to walk away. We're miserable, but we can't. We can't walk away. Why? Because we're obsessed. Fucking obsessed. The devil. Chained and bound. Fueled by desire. Fueled by a one-track mindedness. This is not a Capricorn. This is not a Scorpio. This is not a Libra. This is not, the Pisces. These cards are just meant to represent what they truly represent in the tarot outside of their label to the a zodiac sign. So you're absolutely operating out of a place of codependency and obsession, fueled by the need to stay chained and bound to something out of a lack of spiritual and emotional growth. This can be worked through and it can be worked upon. The first step is just walking away, even when you walk away to nothing and no one, to an empty room, that you can refill with the right things and the right thoughts and the right feelings and the right people for the right reasons. Emptiness is a purity when you walk away to nothing, okay? It's okay to walk away and not look back. Just don't look back once you walk away. Flip this devil into the reverse. Face your shadow side head on and say, I see you. I know that I'm obsessed. I know I'm fucking obsessed. I know I can't stop. It's become like an addiction with this person. Very much so. And for the record, don't be afraid to come to me for a closure reading. I will help you through the tarot, see what's happening between you and another person. Just don't ever ask me to read for you about that relationship ever again. I do take thorough notes on all my personal readings. So I will help you with closure, but don't think I'll read for you about a relationship that's toxic and bad for you like 4 times a year. I won't. I'll ban you. I'll ban you from my website. I probably won't tell you that, but I'll help you get through closure because we've all been here. No judgment. Truly, we've all been here. But this is kind of where you are. Your actions towards this person is the Queen of Cups in reverse to the Two of Cups. So the Queen of Cups in reverse is codependency. The Queen of Cups in reverse needs way more self-care and self-love. It's where we're taking a deep dive into our emotions, and we can only love ourselves. Queens create an environment of compassion and caring. They listen to their emotional intuition. They are very in flow. The Queen of Cups is a very emotionally mature person and very stable. It's probably one of the hardest energies to pull off. How do you wear your heart on your sleeve and rule your kingdom with your heart and not get easily hurt? How do we not love to a fault? That's difficult for anyone to do. No one's asking you to clam up and be the King of Swords in reverse, who's just a jerk and closed off and has really high standards and won't let anybody in ever. No one's asking you to be that. Of course they're not. But it looks like you're in no shape to love anybody but yourself right now. You really are operating out of a place of codependency. And here's the giveaway, the Two of Cups. But I love them. But I love them. You think you do. This cycle is over. It's just a projection. It's just a ghost dance. This person is manipulative and not a warrior. This is I love you to a fault because I can't walk away. Yeah, I've been there, but that seems to be what's going on. And the way you see this person as the Knight of Swords in reverse to the Seven of Swords. So first of all, you see this person as being burnt out. You see this person as impulsive. You see this person running away from you instead of running towards you. You see them as restless and unfocused. Worst case scenario, the Knight of Swords in reverse, worst case, is a dangerous person, an angry person, a person that gets us into trouble. A person that will not take a risk, will not be brave, will not seize the moment, will not go out on a limb. The Knight of Swords is a hero that just goes diving right in. Sometimes he's a little single-minded, but the Knight of Swords in the upright is a person that's invested and will race towards something and lead a charge. This person's not leading a charge. As a matter of fact, you seem to think that they're a little out of their league and they're taking what doesn't belong to them and running away. Oh, and because the Seven of Swords is in the upright, they're getting away with it. They're getting away with it red-handed. They act strategically, they betray you, they deceive you, they get away with murder. They're pretty on their toes. and you're just loving them and obsessed. Yeah. And out of a codependency. So you see this person as a liar, but I want to see this flip into the reverse as well, where you're like, I can't with you anymore. This is fucking up my heart chakra. We need to break up. I need to love myself. This would make me happy. This scares me. This worries me. This really concerns me, you guys. And that's your action towards them. The way they're behaving. Knight of Wands to the King of Wands in reverse. This is a selfish player. Entertain me in the moment, baby. It's all about me. I got nothing but time. I see no long-term success here. I cannot effectively take the lead. I'm aggressive. I have high expectations, or I'm inconsistent. I think that I'm experienced and confident. I'm not. It's all about me in the moment. And I'm all about the passion. Oh, they'll come at you to get sex. And I bet it's damn good too. That's why you think you love them. That's why there's all this desire. Congratulations, they're great in bed. There's almost 8 billion people on the planet. I promise you there's a healthier person out there that's good in bed. Okay. This person's coming off like a total player. This is the player card combination. The only thing missing is the Knight of Cups and the Three of Cups in reverse. I was like, God damn. And this person's probably right good at what they do. The way they see you is the High Priestess in reverse to the Five of Pentacles. So the High Priestess in reverse can be a person who withdraws into silence. You might block them from time to time. The High Priestess in reverse is also a person who does seek solitude because they can't hear their own intuition. She seeks solitude and withdraws into silence because she can't hear her own intuition anymore, and she's not grounded in her own sacred knowledge and divine feminine. She's no longer able to keep her own counsel, so she needs to take a little break. So you might be doing that to this person. But the true meaning, one of the truer meanings of the High Priestess in reverse is this is a promiscuous person that wants you to chase them, that plays games to get your attention. So they see you, this might not be who you are, but this is their impression of you, that you're a slut and that you'll fuck around with them, that you'll be their mistress. If they're married, that you don't really listen to your intuition and that you like to be chased. The High Priestess in reverse plays games, cat and mouse. They also see that you beg them. You beg, I'm lonely and I'm promiscuous and I won't listen to my intuition. I'm in psychic pain here. That's how they see you, who you are. So take a good long look at this combination. This is how this person sees you. That's their opinion of you. Their actions towards you, Page of Wands to Judgment in reverse. Oh, they'll talk to you. They'll holler at you. They love inspiration. They love a new idea. They want to discover. The Page of Wands wants to be a free spirit and is not done roaming this earth. They will communicate when they want excitement. They'll talk to you when they're bored. And when it comes to listening to the inner calling, this person ignores their own best judgment. They might know they're at a real crossroads with you because they're being called to master time. They're being called to be a warrior. They're being called to love. You're calling them to love you with the Two of Cups. But there's something that they can't let go. They won't make that final judgment call where they hear their inner calling. And if they do hear it, they ignore it. They ignore the inner calling. They're ignoring the inner calling the way you're ignoring your intuition. Everyone in this situation is royally fucking it up. There's no other way to put it. I could put it more gently if I was a clinical psychiatrist, but I didn't go to medical school. I'm kind of harsh, and I apologize for that. I will not be cruel to you in personal readings, but I pretty much tell it like it is on this channel. This person ignores their own best judgment. They can't make that final decision about you, and that's why they come in and out for passion. There might be something about you they're very drawn to. And for the record, they do feel out of their league with you. They're acting like it, for sure. And this is breaking your hearts, and you're not getting all the facts. And what this is doing is putting you in this place where you're just playing out these cycles that are absolutely going to blow everything apart. And that will bring the balance. Completion and justice is spirit saying to you, look, justice really has been served. You just might not like it. There is no more to learn. How much more do we need to show you and do you need to do? How much more needs to happen? Can you afford this in your life? Because it looks like it's really breaking your heart. So you were warned. You were warned. Um, I will help people I will do readings to help you get closure. And I will take a bit of a look at, when I do personal readings, what's going on with the other person. But then we will also take a look at, through oracle cards, some of the energy that you're going through. I will absolutely not tell you that you're fucking up your life and you're a codependent little mess. I'm not going to say that to you. I can see what's happening here. I have been here, you guys. Good Lord, have I been here. There are days when I have no idea how I got to the place I am right now. I'm thinking about how to explain how I got there because I just want to inspire other people to be able to do that too. I don't want those of you that this applies to waste any more of your time on whoever this person is. Like for my masculines, if this is a feminine, she's running around with some douchebag because he's good in bed. When the truth is, maybe you could have given her or him more love. But right now, this is not a constructive relationship. This is not supported by the divine. Your guides are telling you to retrieve your own soul right now for your own good, or else, or else. Don't waste any more of your time. If someone is ignoring you or hurting you, you don't have to hurt them back, but it's time to break those cycles. It's time to start new cycles in your life because there's nothing more to be gained, only to be learned. You've probably learned a lot. Your instincts are probably sharper than you think they are. You might just be ignoring it. So I hope that this message helps you. I hope that it reaches some of you. I hope that it's humbling. And again, I know it's hellfire and brimstone. I don't want to scare anybody. I don't. Like, you're going to be punished and something horrible is going to happen to you. But I got to tell you guys, I got my karmic justice and my life went to shit and fell apart for a while before I cleaned it up. I had to go to therapy. I had to do the work. Rome is not built in a day. It took me time. I would say it probably took me a good grand total of 3 to 3.5 years before I got to a place where I was even able to constructively use my gifts, and it will always be a struggle, but walk away. Don't be afraid. The moonlight will guide you. That's your intuition and your emotion. Retrieve your own soul, my dear ones, so that you can free yourself from this pattern. So if you're going through this, I hope this helps you. All right, my lovelies, my dear ones, I'm always listening to the universe for you, and I hope this helps you. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.